So here we go. The first game of PUBG of the night. Unlike last week, it looks like the game will actually work. So at least we're off to a slightly better start than we were last week. That's a good thing, because last week the game didn't work at all. There we go, we're off. So Fat Mr. Bo had asked about Christmas presents. Okay, he's basically wondering what I got for Christmas. Okay, what did I get for Christmas? Well, I already explained previously that within about 2 weeks ago, my parents sent us, and I say us, I say my wife and myself, an air fryer, which is very nice. We tried using it twice so far and failed miserably twice. We have not been able to do like good fried chicken in it yet because we're noobs at air frying. And basically we really, we were just trying it and didn't understand the ins and outs of an air fryer, like having to rotate the food and having to spray oil on the food and all kinds of stuff like that. So it hasn't been too great, quite frankly. We're going to try again, not this week, maybe in a week or two. See, now the holidays are calming down. Now we'll have a little bit more time to kind of settle back into normality and maybe try some new things with the air fryer. So we're debating maybe doing like some kind of a rotisserie kind of meat in it. Or possibly, what do we got here? Or possibly like French fries, sides, French fries, roasted potatoes, stuff like that. Only you fry it, obviously, in the air. We'll see. Yeah, I picked up a shotgun choke for absolutely no reason. Delightful. Looks like this place is full of weapons. I don't want the Tommy gun. Oh, here we go. Much better. Now, so we have an air fryer. Haven't done much with it. As for presents for each other, did I get my wife something for Christmas? Indeed, I did. But I already said this earlier on the pre-stream. I'm not going to discuss the specifics of what it is, because it seems like every single time that I mention spending a single dollar on anything, people absolutely freak out. And it's none of anyone's business anyway what I got for my wife. So I'm not going to talk about that. Okay? It totally wasn't a Porsche or anything like that, just so you guys know. Yeah, right. So for Christmas, I wanted a few things, okay? There were... Oh, shit. I keep picking up the fucking wrong... I hate this. I hate the controls of this fucking game. I always pick up a weapon I don't want, and I have to fuck with my inventory 17 times longer than I should have to. It's literally the worst inventory system of any Battle Royale game there is. It sucks. Alright, I just gotta go straight towards the line. Okay. So all that being said, guys... oh, here we go. There were a few things I wanted for Christmas. The first thing that I wanted for Christmas was a new hairbrush. Because the hairbrush I'm using, I'm not exaggerating, is 5 years old. And it's kind of a weird story. So, I'd say probably about 9 years ago. Late 2010, early 2011. This is when I was first starting up on YouTube. And not starting up on YouTube, but when I first broke out on YouTube and became very popular on YouTube. Okay? When I basically was... For the first time ever getting a lot of attention on my videos, I was making tons of money because I had just partnered with Machinima, and the profitability of videos was insane back then. So I had more money than what I knew what to do with back then. We're talking 9 years ago, okay? So at this time, at one point, I got a few like mail order catalogs that just kind of showed up, and I was like, I'm just going to order some like random shit just to see what the hell, this stuff is. And so one of the catalogs that showed up was Hammacher Schlemmer. Now, the reason I knew about them was because I'd been flying recently, and that's actually, they have those magazines or catalogs in a lot of planes, the Hammacher Schlemmer catalog, okay? And when I was looking through this catalog, one of the things that it was, the world's greatest hairbrush. Huh? That's what they do, like, in Hammacher Schlemmer. They'll name each product something ridiculous, like a ridiculous claim, like, the best, beer cozy. The world's greatest radio, the most comfortable slippers on Earth, stuff like that. And they claim that they're like, we rated over 200 different kinds of this product, and this one was the best, hands down. It just felt... This game is absolutely fucking terrible. But anyway, it's the best, hands down, it's absolutely, that was bad. The game sucks, bad. Yeah, it's the best, hands down. It's the best product ever. So I was looking for a hairbrush at the time, and I ordered this hairbrush. Now, when I ordered it from Hammacher Schlemmer, no lie, this hairbrush was probably like $60, $70. It was insane. It was like ridiculously overpriced. And it shows up, and it looks like a normal hairbrush, but the bristles felt like a combination of being stiff, but also like soft. Like, you know, like sometimes you get a hairbrush with a synthetic stuff. It's like plastic bristles, and they're like very abrasive and hard. So this didn't feel like that, and apparently this one was like real boar's hair bristles or something. So I used this brush, and I was like, oh my God. Now remember, this is just as when I just started growing out my hair. In late 2010, early 2011 is when I just started growing out my hair because I had started doing YouTube full time and I wanted to change my appearance. So I had gone from like the crew cut that I used to always have back in the day to growing my hair out. And I wanted a nice brush to brush my hair. And I told you, I spent so much money back then being stupid because I had more money than I knew what to do with. I didn't have any debt or nothing. So I was making so much money on YouTube videos, I actually dropped like $70 on a hairbrush back then. So the hairbrush is like amazing, right? So I used this hairbrush for about, I want to say roughly about 4 years. So it was probably, I had just moved out here. So this was about over 5 years ago, okay? I had just moved out here. And when I moved out here, the hairbrush had worn out completely. Like the bristles were dirty, were breaking off or whatever. And I was like, damn, I really like this hairbrush, but I don't have money for this anymore. Like, this is insanity. You know, this is nuts. Why would I can't spend $70 to reorder this hairbrush? So just on a whim, I went on Amazon.com and I started searching for the exact same hairbrush, and I found it for like $20. And I was like, damn, so you're telling me that when I ordered that from Hammacher Schlemmer, literally they made $50 profit on a $20 hairbrush? Yup. That's how those fucking things operate, is they'll advertise the hell out of the product and talk it up in their catalog, so you'll think that it's like an incredible high quality product. And by the way, not to say it wasn't. It was a very high quality product that I used all that time when I first had long hair and everything. I loved the hairbrush. I wanted to order it again. But $50 profit for a $20 item is pretty ridiculous and exorbitant, don't you think? So I ended up reordering that hairbrush from Amazon myself and ended up having that hairbrush probably from, I think it was 2014, 2015, all the way up to now. Well, now that hairbrush is destroyed. It's got like almost like half the bristles are missing. It's really, you know, now because of the way that things are for money being so tight and everything, I don't spend money on stuff unless I absolutely have to, okay? So in this case, I held on to this hairbrush and got as much use out of it as I possibly could until now I was like, damn, this thing's on its last legs. There's no way I can keep using this hairbrush. So that was one of the things on my Christmas list, was a brand new hairbrush. Hopefully one similar to the one I had, that, because, you know, $20 ain't so bad for a Christmas gift, right? Another thing that I wanted was a new pair of slippers. I wear slippers around the house because even though the offices and the bedroom are carpeted, my entire downstairs is not carpeted. It is either hardwood or it is tile. And hardwood and tile is incredibly cold, especially in the winter, to be a barefoot on. And so I pretty much always... What the hell did I pick up? I thought I picked up ammo for these guns, and apparently I didn't. Here we go. Okay. So yeah, so I always wear slippers around the house especially in the fall and winter, but usually almost all year round I wear slippers. Well, no lie, the slippers I'm wearing right now, here we go again, right? The slippers I'm wearing are, I'd say, at least 3 years old. Like, that's how old they are. And the last time that I bought slippers, what I did it smart. I waited until like January, right after Christmas, when they're trying to actually clear out all the shit that they couldn't sell during Christmas. And I got like 3 pairs of these slippers for, like, no lie, under $10 a pair. And so that's kind of what I was thinking about doing again. But anyway, I was like, well, maybe Christmas would be a great time to get a pair of slippers because my feet are cold and my slippers are all worn out. Okay, so that was the second thing I wanted for Christmas. Then the third and last thing that I wanted for Christmas was the thing that I always like here in my office. You guys never see it, but I mention this every Christmas time. It's something that I want. A new desk calendar. Because I have an actual tear off day by day. You know those calendars where you tear off a page a day, and if it's like a comic strip, you get a new comic strip. If it's a nice picture or something, maybe, or maybe an idiom or a saying. I have one of those in my office, and I do it every single day, and it helps me remember the date and the day of the week that it is by tearing it off every day. And I've been doing this, I'm not kidding, like forever. Like ever since I started with YouTube videos, this is something I've done, almost a 10-year practice, that I use that every morning to know what day it is. So I wanted a new one of those because obviously it's the end of the year. This one's about to run out, okay? Well, I got one of the three. I got a new desk calendar, which is very nice. Kat got me a calendar that is pretty birds, because we like birds because we have them in our backyard every spring. And at one point we actually had a bird feeder that we had set up in our backyard. Finally I got a backpack, thank fucking God. We had a bird feeder we had set up in our backyard, and it was very nice to have birds come by and eating bird seed and stuff in the backyard. However, sadly, we found out that in this neighborhood, there's a rat problem where rats will come by at night, and if you don't completely clean the seed off the ground, they'll come and eat the seed, and now they start breeding, and it was a big fucking problem a couple years ago. So basically, I can't really have a bird feeder anymore. All right, if I did, I'd have to go out there every day cleaning the backyard, which I don't want to go out and clean my whole backyard every day in the spring because the fucking rats might come and eat the goddamn seed. So I said, oh, I've already been in here, huh? Yeah, I could tell because I jumped through the window already. So, Kat said, I will get you a nice calendar of birds, since we can't really see too many of the birds anymore because we can't put the bird feeder out there. You know, here, I'll switch this. Instead, we'll be able to look at the pretty birds every day in your calendar. And I know that sounds cheesy as hell, but it's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice calendar, and I'm very pleased. So you might say, well, why didn't you get a pair of slippers? Well, it's honestly for two reasons. Number one, it's because, as I said, the best time to get slippers is literally in January. So I talked to Kat about it, and she says, well, what we'll do is in January, we'll go to, like, the department stores around here, and we'll find their clearance sales, and we'll buy a bunch of slippers for you that are super cheap. I don't care. That's fine with me. I'm not a picky guy. I'm in no rush. We'll wait a few weeks, and then we'll go and we'll get them on, like, super discount. That way we can get a bunch of slippers, right? No problem there. No complaints. But the hairbrush, apparently, she couldn't figure out which hairbrush to get me, because I guess, she knows what hairbrush it is, but she was looking, and there was, like, 3 different kinds, and I guess there's 3 different, like, levels of bristle. And she was like, I didn't want to order the one you didn't like, so what we'll do is we'll look together and we'll order a hairbrush together. So actually, sometime this week when Kat and I get a moment, we're going to... Must be out in the tower right there. Yeah, sometime this week when we get a moment, we're going to sit down and we're going to look at the hairbrushes on Amazon and pick one out. She's going to order one for me. So, out of the 3 things I wanted for Christmas, I got one. I got a nice desk calendar. No complaints from me. That's what I wanted. But in reality, what did I really want for Christmas? I wanted a nice, relaxing day with my family, with no stress worrying about work, no worrying about money, just kind of having good food, good times, relaxing, music, you know. And I got that. Like, I literally was saying, I think that this was the best Christmas I think I've had in a million years, like, because it wasn't about running around, it wasn't about this and that. Well, I didn't have to stream, because the other thing is other Christmas days, sometimes I would even stream on Christmas Day, right? It wasn't about any of that. It was about, I could just sit here and be with my family and have a good day. And even though nothing I did was super important on yesterday, nothing, okay? It was really, in reality, oh, level 3 vest, that's good. In reality, it was a very low-key, unimportant day. But not only do we get to make a breakfast together, which Kat and I have not done. I literally cannot tell you the last time we sat down and ate breakfast together that we made at home. Like, I couldn't, because every day that we have off, we're out doing stuff, because that's the only day we have off, so we have to go out and do stuff that day. So it was just nice to just wake up. Oh man, I can smell bacon. Kat's already cooking bacon. And then we had made some eggs together. We had some waffles, cleaned up, relaxed, listened to some nice relaxing music, played with Jasper, watched some stuff together, you know, had a good dinner, spent, you know, basically a lot of meaningful time. And in reality also, I caught up on a few things around the house, like, you know, I did a little bit of laundry, our humidifiers here that we run every day, and I cleaned out our humidifier. You know, shit that's just annoying, that after a day of streaming, I don't want to fucking now run around the house cleaning the whole house up. So I basically did the things that normally I would have to do on a busy work day. So I wouldn't have to do them. You know, that was like the best Christmas gift. Just having a relaxing day. because I rarely get them. I almost never get relaxing days anymore. It's more, you know, gotta stream, gotta work. And then when I'm off the stream, oh, gotta worry about money, gotta worry about this, gotta run around. Oh, Jasper's acting up, gotta do this, gotta do that. And to just, you know, be sitting around with my wife and enjoying the day and doing just kind of mundane, trivial stuff was actually the best Christmas present I could have wanted, and I got it. There was no drama. There was no nonsense. Everything went well during the day. I couldn't have asked for a better day, so there you go. All right, that was a long answer, but I gave you a very honest answer, Fat Mr. Bo, so there you go. Let's see here. Big Sloppy Meat Cheese, do you demand your women? Oh, you already answered that about shaving. Spawn Killer tipped $1. He said, I haven't been on streams in a while. Well, how many of your subs you had for 650 a couple days ago? I didn't stream for 2 days. That's what happened. When you're not around the stream, your subs will go away. It's a natural occurrence. When you're not producing content, people will not be around to resub or anything. Now that I'm back, I assume over the next couple of days you're going to see the subs go back. In fact, this morning we started at like 605 subs. Now we're at 615. Watch, we're gonna see them increase. That's how Twitch works, dude. So don't worry about it, Spawn Killer. Let's see here. Am I within the circle? Yes, I am. So thank you for the $1 tip. Big Sloppy Meat Shoot again. He said, if you need me to, I can come over and help handle meats you and Cat are beginners at. Handle meats that we're beginners at. I don't even want to begin to fathom what you're talking about. Philip Smelly Lips at 100-bit cheer. That's the top cheer of the night so far. How the fuck do you get smelly lips? How do you get smelly lips? Anyway, since you have an air fryer, your New Year's resolution is to be more healthy. Maybe go to the gym and become ripped. The thing is, we don't really do a lot of fried foods anyway. Like, every once in a while, we'll do, like, a fried turkey burger or something like that. Or we do stir fry, but the stir fry we do is usually quite healthy. Like, I'll use healthy oil and stuff when I cook it. Like just a tiny bit of soy sauce base, or, olive oil instead of full fatty canola oil and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, I mean, the air fryer potentially could be even healthier. And I don't know how that's going to work. We have to get good at using it. And so far, we haven't even really had a success yet once. But we're going to keep trying. We're not going to give up, of course. It's a new thing. You got to mess around with it till you get the hang of it, right? Melody Zelda resub for 24 months. Thank you, Melody Zelda, for 2 years of ongoing support. It's pretty awesome that apparently you first subbed 2 years ago around Christmas, right? Pretty awesome. Thank you very much for that. And I appreciate that ongoing support. Ariat? Oh my god. How do I say this name? Arias52 did 100 cheers, said, play Darkest Dungeon. You do not like us calling you friend. I never said that. I never said that at all. You can call me whatever you want. You can call me big gaping asshole. You could call me, friend. You can call me whatever you feel, whatever you feel is right. I think that maybe you are listening to the wrong people. But anyway, thank you for that cheer. And maybe I will play Darkest Dungeon. If not, I'm going to definitely play Darkest Dungeon too. How about that? June to me $1. If you say you have thick skin, you can't handle gout jokes. How ironic. What are you talking about? I talk about my gout all the time on stream. I've talked about it many times. I've described, matter-of-factly honest questions. I answer questions about it, excuse me. I actually have absolutely no idea what in the holy hell you're talking about. The only time that something related to gout isn't allowed is someone's like spamming and talking about it in the chat, because guess what? It has nothing to do with my content. Just because someone's watching my gameplay stream, they don't need to know about a medical condition that I have that hasn't negatively affected me in 2.5 to 3 years, right? And bringing up someone's shortcoming that's a medical shortcoming that they can't do anything about just shows your incredible weakness, immaturity, and your inability to have compassion. So, if you have a problem with that, and you come into the stream and you start spamming shit like that, and you get moderated by a mod, that's because you're a fucking asshole. That's not my problem, that's your problem. I don't know anything about it. I haven't personally banned anyone who talked about gout in like 2 years. I don't give a shit. Okay. Spartan King Cheer says, what up, Phil? How's it going? Hope you had a relaxing Christmas. Indeed I did. Thank you, Spartan King. What's going on? And thank you for the cheer. Phil Smelly Lips cheered again. He said, no offense, I never met anyone who could talk about a hairbrush for so long, and you didn't read my last cheer. I did. Just that you have to wait for me to answer the question from before your contribution, before I get to your contribution. You have to be a little patient. It's not instant gratification, folks. It's, first come, first serve in the order that they are received. Poopster cheered. He says, do you like getting cheaper things and changing them often, or more high quality products and using them a while? See, you know, ideally it's getting a high quality product that's not very expensive. Sadly, sometimes that doesn't happen, right? And a lot of the times you get something cheap, you think, oh, I got such a bargain, but the thing's such a piece of shit, right? And then it breaks quickly, it ends up being unreliable, and that's the worst. The worst thing is when you get something you like, and then it fucking breaks right away, and you're like, man, now I got caught in a racket where now I got to keep buying this thing over and over and over, right? So, in reality, it's a mix. You got to find a quality product that doesn't cost a lot. Now, in general, oh, Jesus Christ, scared the shit out of me. I had no idea there was somebody in there. In general, that was a bad experience, by the way. In general, my experience in life is if you spend a little bit more, you're going to get a little bit more. I'll give you an example. I have a sweater that's a really nice name brand designer sweater that I bought when I was working at my office job when I was still making my initial videos for YouTube before I had lost my job. So this sweater is about a decade old. That sweater was very expensive, but with all the years I've had it, that sweater looks like new, and I wear it to this day. I just wore it out on Christmas Eve, and my wife loves it. She's like, I can't believe that sweater's 10 years old. I'm like, never faded, right? Looks beautiful. I've worn it a bunch. It's a great sweater. So in general, if you pay a little bit more, typically you get a better quality product, but not always, because a lot of the time, a lot of the shit is just for the sake of the name or the label that's on the product, and the product could still be a piece of shit. There's been times in life when I've spent more money on something that I thought was a better product because it was a brand that I recognized or a name that I thought was of higher quality or esteem. And in reality, the product ended up being incredibly disappointing and not very good. So it's hard. You have to basically balance your, quality with price to try to find the right stuff. And I'm sure everyone personally in their lives, they find like brands or products that they say, oh, that's my go-to, right? Because for whatever reason, I've used it for so long, or, this is something that I feel I get more value out of, or for whatever reason. So that's me. I'm not a guy who do I like getting a deal? Absolutely. But I'm also not the guy who's going to go shop for his whole house at the dollar store for products that are going to break within 2 weeks. And like, what the fuck did I just waste my money on? Right? Hunting Owl Games tipped me $1, said, oh, you like my message, pal, on Christmas Day? I did, actually. Thank you very much for that. I appreciated that very nice message. So thank you for that. We're up to $4 in tips tonight. Hank Hill Propane God. What's going on, Hank Hill? I haven't seen you in a while, man. He just reset for 23 months. I was playing Arkage, and I lost my fucking trade pack at the bottom of the ocean. Phil. Oh, I don't know what the hell that game is. Arkage? Archage? I have no idea how to say that. And I've never heard of the game. So, sorry to hear that. Sounds like a bummer. Hopefully you can recover from this. And good evening and welcome. Poopster420 did a 150-bit cheer to become the top cheer of the night. And he says, I personally enjoy the amount of details you delve into for your stories. If I have a bunch of details to delve into, I absolutely will delve into more detail. And in this case, I had a lot of details to delve into, so I did. I hope you enjoyed the hairbrush story. Okay. So, Poopster, thank you for the top cheer of the night. We'll get you up there on the leaderboard. Very good. Oh, let's see here. Yoshino Lover, what's going on, man? You just reached up for 14 months. How's it going? Hopefully you had a good Christmas. Good to see you here tonight. Big Sloppy Meat cheered again. He said there's nothing to be ashamed of about gout. It's a medical condition that you have no control over. That's not correct at all. It is something you can control. In fact, that's why I don't suffer from it anymore. Because I changed my lifestyle to adapt for it and to make sure that my uric acid levels are in the proper balance they're supposed to be. Now, admittedly, every once in a while, I still have a minor symptom or two. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it in that regard because your body naturally has fluctuations in acid levels depending on things going on, hormones and all kinds of shit. But in general, I've not had a flare-up of the condition in over 2.5 years, and I've been perfectly fine because of the adjustments that I made to my lifestyle. If I just ignored the problem, I would have been in pretty deep shit because it's excruciatingly painful when you get giant sharp crystals building up in your joints and they're stabbing you from every direction feeling like a knife. And it's essentially what it feels like. Someone's actively stabbing you, and you can't even move your foot because it's swollen up like a fucking balloon, and the blood pressure inside your foot is super high, so it's like hot as shit and pulsating every time that your heart beats. It's pretty fucking weird. What the hell is that? A spike trap? That's new. I didn't even know that existed, a spike trap. I wonder how it works. I've never seen it. Now, if you want me to be honest, Big Sloppy Meat, the truth of the matter is that the reason that I have gout is because it's actually prone in my family, which I didn't know, okay? When I first was diagnosed with it, my mom decided, oh, now's a good time to start asking around the family if anyone has any medical issues. And of course, she finds out my aunt, and apparently my uncle also have gout. So if I had known that, I would have said, oh, I might be prone to gout. Maybe I should, have a lifestyle that's low on eating red meat and not excessive drinking all the time and not this and not that, But I didn't know that. So here I am just kind of living my life. Next thing you know, one day I wake up with a giant swollen foot and I'm thinking, God, I broke my foot, right? I'm thinking, what did I do? Did I slam my foot? I've never had this happen in my entire life. How could this be happening to me? And when I went to the doctor for it, the doctor literally told me it was incredibly abnormal for someone of my age. Keep in mind, this was what? 4.5 years ago? Yeah, 4.5 years ago. So I was, 33? I was told I was incredibly abnormal for someone of my age to have it. That usually people who get older get it. And that, the first question out of the doctor's mouth when I walked to the office was, oh, well, does anyone else in your family have gout? And I was like, I have no idea. And then, of course, I found out later that 2 of my family members did. So, there's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, all it means is that you're probably eating too much red meat and drinking a little bit too much, and you got to adjust your lifestyle. And I have. And like I said, I haven't had a problem with it in a long time. I'm happy with that. The one negative is every day with dinner, I drink a glass of cherry juice. 1 glass of cherry juice, and it tastes like shit. But that's really maybe the one thing I have to suffer from because of it. Everything else, like I said, I was never like... not to say that I didn't like red meat. I absolutely did. I absolutely liked red meat a lot. But for me, cutting down on red meat, I've discovered other foods that I actually like a hell of a lot more. You know what I mean? Like, I've opened myself up to so many different kinds of food that previously I wouldn't have tried because I was all about steak and burgers and shit. And now I'm like, damn, I'm very pleased that I opened my horizons to other things instead of only the things that you eat. There's some people out there, all I like is this and all I ever want is the same thing all the time. And I'm like, in the last 5 to 10 years, I changed my lifestyle and said, no, I'm going to try new things. I'm going to experiment. Even things that sound, they're healthier. I always was the kind of guy who was like, healthier food, that sounds gross. I like the fatty stuff and I like this because, that's going to be the thing that's going to taste good. So, perfect example, Christmas Eve dinner, Kat and I went to a Chinese restaurant and I got chicken with mixed vegetables. So, non-breaded, stir-fried chicken in a little bit of a savory sauce with a variety of vegetables. If you had told me, 10 years ago that that's the kind of food that I would like, I would have laughed in your face and been like, nah, man, if I'm going to the Chinese place, I'm going to get, the stuff that has heavy, thick sauce and, I'm going to get a ton of egg rolls and fried rice. I need the fried rice, man, and all that. And, now it's like things have changed. It's so different. Even in reality, like, a lot of people like the breaded chicken that they do at Chinese restaurants. Like, I like the sweet and sour chicken. Or I don't even like that because it's too much breading. I like light breading or no breading. It's all about seasoning and flavor for me rather than eating like heavy, greasy shit. I've actually finding I hate greasy things worse and worse now that I'm getting older. And with gout, that's a good thing because those are all factors that can add to increasing your acid levels in your body. So for me, like, I actually made the right choices in the changes to my lifestyle that I'm doing, which is really good. So, Big Sloppy Meat, you're wrong. It's not that you can't help gout. If you have gout and you keep getting flare-ups, it's because of your own lifestyle choices. Because once you know you have it, you can now actively make lifestyle choices to stop that from happening. But maybe initially, I was shocked. I was like, what the fuck is going on? My foot is going to explode? I'm like, what is happening? And going to... You asshole. And going to the doctor and finding out I had it when I had no indications previously of anything like that, and I didn't know my family members had it, it completely blew me away. Look at that. I'm running back and forth and still getting shot. This is annoying bullshit. You missed, asshole. Well, I don't think I have any healing, do I? I don't think I picked up any first aid. Oh, here we go. I can drink an energy drink. Oh, let's see here. Oh, Spawn Killer took me another dollar. Said, do you ever eat lamb? It's really delicious. You try lamb shoulders or lamb chops? Yes, I have had lamb before. A couple times. When I first moved here to Seattle, in actual Seattle itself, inside the city, there was an amazing Mediterranean restaurant, and I got these crazy good lamb chops. That, like, mouth-watering, succulent, amazing, flavorful, and they were dry rub lamb chops, too. They didn't have sauce on them. It was just like a seasoning rub. And, dude, they blew me away how good they were with the flavor. I've had lamb in, what are they called? Some people call them heroes or gyros. I call them gyros because, you know, I'm an American and I'm an ignorant idiot. So I always thought that they were called gyros. So I've had it in that, and I think lamb is really good in that, too. And there actually are some other pretty good Mediterranean restaurants near where I live where they do, like, kebabs. And they'll do, like, a lamb kebab, slow-roasted lamb kebab. And that's fucking good, too. Now, the thing is, with lamb, it tastes a little different than regular, like, red meat or anything. And, yeah, admittedly, it's a little different. It's not bad. It's just, it's a taste that's tiny bit different, and you get used to it. But personally, I like lamb. I dig it. So, yeah, Spawn Killer, absolutely. Snake Eater, did 101-bit cheers that when you're looking for quality, American made is the way to go. And you know what, Snake Eater? In most cases, you're actually absolutely right. American made is the way to go because in America, you know, when you work for one of these companies, it's a manufacturing company or whatever, they have living wages. They actually have quality control. You know, you can save money getting El Cheapo product from another country. Where's he? Oh, I couldn't even see him. Couldn't see him at all. You know, you could get bad experience. You could get products from another country, and that's fine. You'll probably save a ton of money, and chances are they don't have the kind of quality control. They also don't pay living wages to their employees. They pay them a nickel a day. So American made typically is a better product, however, also much more expensive than anything else. So Darkside Johnson resubscribed for 6 months. He says, Merry Christmas, Phil. I hope you and your family an awesome holiday. Did Jasper get cool toys or anything for Christmas? Keep up the streams, man. It's great to hang with you for some chill gaming. Well, we were going to get Jasper stuff for Christmas, but my parents completely spoiled him. They sent us a box of stuff for Jasper. So first of all, they sent us this electronic toy that looks like a green dome, and like arms will stick out of it. Now you can make the arm look like a feather or like a little mouse, and it's electronic. You put batteries in it, and it makes like a tweeting noise. He plays with it for 2 seconds. He walks away and hates it. So that one immediately, you know, that was a bust. They got him one of those pouches for a cat to like sleep in. It's like insanely soft. It feels like mink. It's not, but it feels so soft. He hates it. He slept it. He went in it once, didn't like it, walked away, never went in it again. Then they got on this thing. We call it an igloo. I think it's called the cat igloo. What it is like a stand-up like mini house that's only about this tall, but it's got this like synthesized fur, synthetic fur around the edges to go in, and it's got a big nice cushion that's warm on the bottom, so very warm for the winter. Every once in a while he goes in that and he seems to like it, but he's not in love with it. He likes it, okay? But the hit of all the things that my parents bought Jasper, all right, the absolute hit is they bought him this thing. It's like a cube made of plastic rods, and the sides of the cube, one side's mesh, one side is like a hole that he crawls through to get inside, one side's flat vinyl, and one side's like mesh, and at the top there's like a soft like material that almost looks like lamb's wool. It's not, it's fake. And then there's like another area on top that he could jump on top. He loves this. We call this now Jasper's house. This is Jasper's house, and what we do, we put it on the corner of the couch downstairs. So when we're all sitting on the couch downstairs at night relaxing, I sit in my seat. Kat has there's a chaise. She loves the chaise. And then Jasper sits in his house, and we all just sit there relaxing. And he's watching us. He likes it because it has the mesh side. You can see through it. So he likes feeling safe because it's like an enclosed area. And cats love little enclosed areas. But at the same time, he can see us through the wall. See? So he feels safe knowing that we're right there next to him, but he has his own little house. And we're joking around that, you know, we have a house, and now Jasper has his own house. And we joked last time, we're like, gee, next thing we know, Jasper will want pets of his own. What kind of a pet would Jasper get? Maybe he'd get like a little hamster, a little pet hamster, so he'd have a pet. Pretty silly. But anyway, that's the best thing that Jasper likes out of all the things he got. Now, from us, we bought him some treats. We bought him turkey flavored and shrimp flavored little Temptations treats. The turkey he thinks are all right. He loves the shrimp, so he's been munching on those this week. So there you go. Yoshino Lover did a 50-bit cheers. I indeed have a good Christmas. I got 2 games, a white PS4 controller, some stockings, a candy. It was a really good time. Hope you had a great Christmas. So thank you, Yoshino Lover. Let's all make believe. What the hell's going on? I'm holding forward and he's going backwards. Let's all make believe to me $6.49. It says, hope had a happy Christmas. Love from Scotland and UK. Keep up your great streams. Thank you very much to Let's All Make Believe. I appreciate that. You are actually the top contributor of the night. And so I'm going to get you up on that leaderboard in just a second once I get inside of a house here. Let me grab some quick items here. And then I'll update the leaderboard. I know Spawn Killer had tipped, and I didn't add that to the leaderboard yet either. I'm well in the circle, so I'm alright. Okay. Alright, let's look at the leaderboard. So that is Let's All Make Believe is the top contributor so far tonight. $6.49 tip, thank you. And if you remember, Spawn Killer had also tipped $1, so basically we're at around $11 of tips right now. Fat Mr. Bo tipped another $1. He says, glad you got what you wanted for Christmas. I got work shoes in a bottle. What are you looking forward to non-gaming wise in 2020? Oh man, I haven't even had a chance to think. Like things are so crazy. You know what I mean? Like things are just so nuts. I don't really have time to think far ahead. What I will say is this: I will have these kind of answers for you within a couple of weeks, because coming up this next week, when I come back from my Monday off, I'm gonna start working on the year-end series. Once the year-end series are done, then I'm gonna work on that podcast I told you guys that I'm gonna do. That podcast is gonna go through all the game releases for the first quarter of the year and tell you which ones I'm interested in, etc. I'm also gonna, during that podcast, think about plans for the year, things I can improve, things like that. Tell you some personal stuff about stuff that's been going on with me behind the scenes and the like a lot of stuff that I want you guys to get caught up with. That I haven't really shared with you in a long time because I've been so busy that, I think now would be the time to do that. A lot of people have expressed the desire to have me do like a podcast style show. So I am going to be doing that in January. And in that, then I will basically be answering questions such as, what are your plans for the year and what's going on with this and that. That's the kind of stuff I'll be able to answer. Okay? Good stuff? Okay. All right. So that's another $1. Authentic Italian Dolphin resub for 3 months in a row and said Dolphins rise up. Okay, then. Thank you, Italian Dolphin, for that. I appreciate the resub, the ongoing support. Spartan King cheered. He says, was it a reason why you stopped DSP Tries It? There's 2 reasons why I stopped DSP Tries It. There's a practical reason and a personal reason. The practical reason I stopped DSP Tries It is because the series wasn't popular enough, and because of YouTube's issues on YouTube with monetization, it wasn't making money anymore. So I was going out and I was spending, say, $20 for a meal, a fast food meal, and I was filming DSP Tries It, putting all the effort to edit it, to release it, and then I would, it would be out for like a week, 2 weeks. It would get anywhere between 5,000 to 10,000 views, and the video would make $4. Okay? Now, compare that to when I first started DSP Tries It many, many, many years ago. All right? The series used to, same thing. I would go out, maybe spend $20 on a meal, all right? And I would, eat, film, upload. And in reality, did DSP Tries It ever have sky-high views? No. Maybe some of the original episodes were really high viewing. But in general, they were always between 10 to 20,000 views. Maybe someone topped that, but they wouldn't be insanely popular, all right? But no lie, those videos used to bring, those videos used to bring in money. Hold on. Here he is. Instantly killed. I didn't even get to do anything. Just instantly killed. Hey, this game is terrible. I'm really glad I don't care about the game. I just care about talking with you guys. But anyway, yeah, so... so anyway, getting back to what I was saying. Yeah, that series, no lie. DSP tries it. I spend $15, $20 on a meal. Film it, put it out on the internet. I was making $100 a video. You know? And that was back in the day. That was when I started. And even somewhat through the years, until I'd say, when was the year when everything fell apart? 2016, 2017? Yeah. Until then, like, you could make that kind of video and make some good profit on YouTube. So it was worth the effort of going out and getting the food and filming and editing and releasing it the way I did. It was a lot of effort, but it was worth it because it was profitable. Then it went down to like $4 a video. Not that anything changed, right? People were still watching the videos, still liked them. They didn't become profitable anymore because YouTube changed their whole monetization system. Now, in reality, you might say, it's all about money with Phil. No, here's the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is, for the last, I'd say, 3+ years that I did DSP Tries It, I hated doing it. All right, here's why. When I used to live in Connecticut, I was a bachelor. I lived by myself. I could just go out, grab fast food, come back, film it with my camera, like, stupidly, quickly, just film and wolf something down and say something silly on camera, throw it out on the internet, done. Literally no extra work for me and making money doing it, right? It was easy. It was quick. Back then, there was no cooking. I wasn't cooking for myself because I was, by myself. So a lot of times I was filming all day. I need to run out, grab fast food anyway. So just go grab it or whatever. It didn't even really hinder my day. When I moved out here, things changed. I started cooking a lot at home and having to go out. Remember, now I'm on a schedule. Back then, I used to just film for YouTube. I had the freedom to get food whenever I wanted, film whenever I wanted. It didn't matter when I was on stream or not. I wasn't streaming. Now I got a set schedule for streaming. Now, I got to do a DSP Tries It today. That means I have to rush to get done in the office so I can go out, get the food, come back, film, fucking do all that, potentially edit. It's a pain in the ass. It really is. It's hectic. It's just a pain in the ass. And ever since I moved out here to Washington and I was changing my lifestyle up to eat less fast food, more home-cooked meals, trying to be healthier, it was actually more of a hassle to my life to have to do DSP Tries It than to just be able to enjoy a meal. And I'll be very honest with all of you. Since I stopped doing DSP Tries It, it has taken a ridiculous amount of stress off of my life because I don't have to worry about, here, honey, hold the camera for me while I'm eating so I can fucking eat this greasy fast food on camera and say that it's gross, right? And then we got to worry about editing and uploading it later. Oh, by the way, while we're doing all this, the food's getting cold, and even though you're starving, don't eat so I can film for this stupid show. It just stopped being fun. It really did. It completely stopped being a fun experience for me about 4.5 years ago when I moved out here 5 years ago. So when I did it in Connecticut, it was a completely different kind of experience, and it was a lot of fun, and it was no skin off my back, like no extra work. It was kind of something right in line with what I was already doing. It became a giant hassle when I moved out here, and I never really liked doing it since I was in Washington. And then just the straw that broke the camel's back was when it wasn't even profitable anymore, and there was really, it was such a pain in the ass, there was no reason for me to even do it anymore. And of course, keep in mind, about 2 years ago, when I met my wife, things changed, and she doesn't eat a lot of fast food. She doesn't like eating a lot of fast food. And for her, the idea of us having a meal is a private thing, and I agree. Like, why the hell am I, going crazy filming DSP Tries It like this? Like, eating a meal, in some cases, could be one of the most intimate parts of the day, because a lot of the times it's the only time I get to see Kat, We only get to eat together, and then she has to go to work. So I don't want to waste that time filming for YouTube. Like I said, in my previous days back in Connecticut, and then somewhat, I said the first 2-3 years that I lived out here, I made a lot of mistakes. And one of the major mistakes I did is that I made my entire life become dependent on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, everything had to be for YouTube. Every little thing that I did, every activity had to be filmed and shared. Everything had to be plastered on social media. Everything had to be interactive and online to make a buck. And since I changed that mentality about 2.5 years ago, and I have a private life now with my wife, my life is much better off than it used to be. So, there you have it. Okay, continuing on. Jerk Store tipped me $2. He says, real talk, ever thought about tying your tube since you don't want kids? Have I ever thought about it? Yes. Is it even a remote consideration? Fuck no. I don't have money for it. That is a completely optional operation. It's not preventative care. It's not even for your own safety. That's like designer care. You know what I mean? Like, oh, the ability to tie your tubes exists. It's incredibly expensive. Thousands of dollars optional surgery to make sure you don't get pregnant by accident or whatever. No, how the fuck am I going to do that? You know, I can't afford. Oh my God. As I told you as many times, I swear to God, you guys seem to either not listen or think that I'm lying. I don't have money. I have no money. All the money you guys give me is usually goes to a good cause, like paying my taxes, the cost of games, the cost of electricity, you know, things I tell you about every day. I don't have exorbitant amounts of extra money saved up and sitting around to do optional surgery to tie my tubes. See? It's not even a consideration, you know? It would never be consideration for me. That's something so ridiculously frivolous, you know? Being vasectomy. Right, it's called a vasectomy. Here you go. They snipped the vas deferens or whatever. That's I've never been a consideration for me. Never. I can't afford it. So there you go. What the fuck is going on with the... Dude, the game doesn't look right. Why does it look like that? Right? Look, it's supposed to be dirt. Why is the dirt reflecting like it's glass? What the fuck is wrong with this game? That bothers my eyes a ton. Dirt that reflects like glass. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, continuing on here. All right, we're up to $15 in tips tonight. People are pretty stupid. I'm like, he said he's gonna have his tubes tied. Obviously, you're talking about the uterus. You're talking about the fallopian tubes. I was in general talking in a general way to address the question. I didn't care about the semantics of it, but apparently you guys do. So you guys could sit here and snicker to yourselves all night because I said tubes tied, which is what the person who asked the question asked me in that terminology. Like, I don't know. I don't have any fucking tubes. You guys are a bunch of fucking idiots. Really, you're fucking idiots if you're laughing at that. Okay. Snake Eater did a 250-bit cheer. That is actually the top cheer of the night. Let's get Snake Eater up on the leaderboard. Redneck Boy tipped me $1. And he says, my parents got me nothing I wanted because they don't have the money. Fuck them. Well, that's fucked up to say. They don't have the money and they can't get you something. You know, you shouldn't put that against them. You know, unless you know for a fact they went and blew all their money at a casino or something. That's different. But if they just, can't make enough money to get you a ton of presents, you should be grateful for what you have. If you have anything, I mean, if you live in a cardboard box, I guess maybe that's pretty bad. I don't really know your life situation, so I guess maybe I shouldn't speak to this. I don't know. And then again, if you live in a cardboard box, you probably also shouldn't be asking your parents for a bunch of expensive shit for Christmas anyway, right? I mean, I'm just trying to be a practical thinking here. All right, anyway, let's continue on. Captain Caveman cheered. He says, don't forget kill cams if you don't see them. I don't care. Why would I care about a kill cam in this fucking game? And this game is such a piece of donkey shit. The kill cam will probably show aliens coming down and killing you. I don't fucking care. I don't care how I died in this game. PW Dubs tipped me $1. Said, during the Christmas marathon, you said a viewer sent you beer. How can I send you some things that you and Kat can use around the house? Do you have a P.O. box? PW Dubs, if I'm ever interested in receiving anything from a viewer or fan, I will let you know. In this case, this was someone who I knew for quite a long time, who I trusted, and they provided some beer for the Christmas stream. I'm not looking to receive any gifts from anyone right now. So, if you want to contribute to the stream, sharing something and tipping. That's the best thing you can do. I'm not looking for physical donations coming to the house, because I'll be honest, at one point, I had that. Sadly, I had shit just showing up at my house, shit showing up in my P.O. box without permission. And it got pretty messy and pretty upsetting and pretty frustrating. So I don't allow that anymore. So thank you, PW Dubs. It's the thought that counts, of course. But no, I don't want any random stuff from viewers. Insomniatic Meat did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Insomniatic Meat, for the cheer. Appreciate that. Big Sloppy Meat cheered again. He said, would you ever consider getting a dog so Jasper could have a friend? No. Shadow Fox VR did a 515-bit cheer. He says, hello, I've really been enjoying your streams lately. Just kidding, you're retarded. Wow, thank you very, very much for both the compliment and then the insult, Shadow Fox VR. It's a really nice way to contribute to the stream while also insulting me like an immature child. So congratulations on that. You basically have done something. Oh, shit. Okay. Whatever. Oh, you've accomplished the impossible. You both helped me out while insulting me at the same time. It's like 2 steps forward, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. I don't know. Spawn Killer took me another $1. I thought of doing Skype calls with your fans. No, not doing Skype calls. Not ever going to happen. BWT cheer. Thank you, BWT, for the cheer. And he says, if you can answer off the top of your head, what's the best game or games of the decade in your opinion? I cannot answer off the top of my head. Dante, tip me $3. If you didn't stream, you didn't have to think about variety. Is there a genre or specific game you would like to put more time into? Honestly, no. Like, I would say a way to generally answer this question would be, if I didn't do variety streams and I was a more casualized gamer, would I put more time into a certain kind of game? Yeah, I would probably put more time into first-person shooters. Like, I would probably try to play more of them. When I, like, for example, if I heard, oh, Rainbow Six Siege is better now, I probably would have went back and checked it out again. Because if I wasn't a streamer, I probably would be looking to get more bang for my buck. And if I already owned Rainbow Six Siege, I would have went back and tried to play it again when they tried to remake it. I probably would have ended up getting into it again. Call of Duty, I probably, as much as I don't like the game, I probably would be toughing it out and trying to play a little bit more of it. Because, you know, if I wasn't a full-time streamer, I'd have a full-time job. I wouldn't have as much time to game, and I would just have to find something that I could just consistently play a little bit more to try to get better at. I probably still wouldn't play Street Fighter V, because Street Fighter V I absolutely fucking hate. Maybe I would end up playing other fighting games more, like Tekken or something. You know? And I would probably do, you know, single-player games sparingly, but I would probably do, like every once in a while, pick out a single-player game to balance out, to play a little bit, and then do some online stuff. That's what I used to do. I would have, like, oh, I really like Call of Duty, or I really like whatever, and that would be my online game, and then I would have, like, a single-player game that I was playing as well, and then I would have, like, a fighting game. So I would have, like, a 3-game variety of games that I would, like, switch between. Because certainly when it wasn't my job, I didn't play as many games as I do now, right? So that would be my answer. Yeah, I would probably focus in on, like, one FPS of some sort that I like, one fighting game that I liked, and maybe like a single player game, and I would rotate between them, and that would kind of be my focus. Jay Feezy cheered, said, just finished Xenoblade Chronicles 2. What a great game. Happy New Year, cuz. Happy New Year to you. That's when I didn't play, because I played Xenoblade Chronicles 1. I got incredibly bored with it. I thought it was too long and drawn out and grindy, and after a while I stopped enjoying it, and my viewers absolutely hated it, so I stopped playing it in general and never went back to it. And then when Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came out, it was never really a consideration, so. Alright, PW Dubs took me $1. Excuse me. It says, you have some busy things coming up. Wish you luck, my brother. Thank you very much, PW Dubs. I appreciate that very nice and positive sentiment. Can I get over here? Froggins cheered and said, happy holidays. Did you get to detox from the internet during your days off? For the most part, I wasn't really paying that much attention. Like, let's be honest, around Christmas, nothing's happening on the internet anyway. Everyone's, like, with their families and shit. So it's not like, oh, no, if I don't pay attention to some nonsense going on the internet, I'm really missing out. I mean, quite the contrary, I feel. I know there's a guy right there. But I'm just going to run. Oh, he ran. He left, too. What the hell? Now, that's weird. He was there and he left. Oh, there's another. Oh, my God, there's 100 guys here. Why are there so many fucking people here? Shot me in my arm. What a dickhead. Oh, there's someone over here too, and I don't have a gun. It won't pick it up. It wouldn't pick up the gun. I was pressing X. He wouldn't pick anything up. This game is so bad. This game is so pathetically fucking bad. He's right over it. Right there. I pressed the button. He's like, did I do something with the gun in my feet? Yeah, moron. God, you fucking companies used to go out of business, man. They're fucking shitheads. This game's a piece of donkey shit. Yikes, it's so